I never liked elevators. Too small, too quiet, too trapped. But after a long day at work, the stairs were out of the question. My legs ached, and my brain felt like it had been wrung dry. The building's fluorescent lights flickered faintly as I walked through the empty hallway toward the elevator. The sound of my own footsteps echoed like gunshots in the silence. The digital clock above the security door read 11:47 p.m. Almost midnight. I shouldn't have stayed so late, but deadlines didn't care about comfort. All I wanted was to get home, shower, and sleep. That was all. The elevator doors slid open with a low metallic groan. Inside, the cabin was as cold and impersonal as always. Brushed steel walls, harsh fluorescent glow, that faint mechanical smell of oil and dust. I stepped inside and pressed 10. The doors sealed shut behind me with a reluctant thud. The ride started smooth. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding, leaning against the wall. My phone came out of my pocket almost automatically, my shield against silence. I swiped up, but there was no signal. Figures. This building was a dead zone. The elevator hummed as it passed the 3rd floor. That's when I heard it. A soft, hollow tap, like a fingernail against metal. I froze, lifting my head. Probably nothing, I told myself. Old machinery, loose bolts, the usual tap, 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 louder now. I turned slowly, scanning the corners. Nothing. Just me and the bland gray walls staring back at me. My reflection looked pale, wide-eyed, but otherwise normal. Then I noticed something that made my stomach twist. My hands were full, phone in one, grocery bag in the other, but in the reflection, they weren't. They hung loose at my sides, empty. A cold ripple spread down my spine. I blinked hard, shaking my head, and when my eyes focused again, the reflection was normal. Bag, phone, everything where it should be. You're tired, I muttered to myself. You're just tired. The elevator shuddered. Then, without warning, it stopped dead. The lights flickered twice and went out completely. Darkness swallowed me whole. My phone's glow was the only thing keeping me from being blind. I lunged toward the panel, mashing every button, door open, alarm, emergency, nothing, not even a beep. The silence pressed in on me like a weight, until I heard it. Breathing, slow, heavy, close, and it wasn't mine. It came from behind me, my throat locked, every muscle froze. The breathing grew louder, rougher, like someone struggling to drag air through torn lungs. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. Instead, I raised my phone, angling the screen toward the steel wall in front of me like a mirror. My reflection stared back at me, terrified, trembling. But over my shoulder, something moved. A shape, tall, still. A face? No. A mask. Smooth and gray with black pits where eyes should have been. In its hand, a knife. Long, serrated. My chest tightened. My vision tunneled. I spun around, swinging my phone like a weapon, only to meet empty air. The breathing stopped. My heartbeat thundered, my ears ringing with it. "It's not real," I whispered, the words dry and broken. "You're imagining things." The elevator groaned, then started moving again, but at a crawl. Each floor felt like an hour. 6, 7, 8. If your heart's racing right now, imagine being in here with me, in the dark, hearing that breath behind you. I swallowed hard, sweat dripping down my neck. My phone blinked a low battery warning, 1%, still no signal. Then I saw it. In the corner, next to my fallen grocery bag, something sat on the floor. A mask. Gray. The same one from the reflection. My breath hitched. My pulse spiked so hard it hurt. That mask hadn't been there before. It couldn't have been. I backed into the wall, eyes darting between the mask and my reflection. That's when I saw something worse than the mask itself. My reflection smiled first, a slow, jagged grin spreading across its face, while mine stayed frozen in terror. Then its arms began to rise, and in its hands, a knife, huge, serrated, dripping with something dark. I screamed as the elevator crawled to a stop at 10. The doors began to open, agonizingly slow. I lurched forward, desperate to escape. Something clamped around my ankle and yanked me down. I hit the floor hard, my phone skittering away and shattering. Pain tore through my leg as I was dragged backward, nails scraping uselessly against the steel. The last thing I saw was the hallway beyond the doors, so close, yet unreachable, as they slid shut again. A voice slithered into my ear, low, almost gentle. "Your turn." Then came the blade, the heat of blood filling my throat, the world collapsing into black. When the lights flickered back on, the cabin was spotless, silent, empty. The mask lay in the corner, waiting. The elevator descended slowly, ready for its next passenger. And maybe that passenger will be you. One day, you'll step inside, press the button, and think it's just another ride. But it's already decided where you're going.